Yeah, we send the invite two members of family to come every time, so it goes around the family. Everyone's been in.
We'll change their mind.
Under 16s, £66 for a ticket. You greedy bastards, you know what you are. You know what you are. You know what you are. You greedy bastards, you know what you are. You know what you are. You know what you are. You greedy bastards, you know what you are. You know what you are. You know what you are. You greedy bastards, you know what you are. Just like the glazers, Jim Ratcliffe's a cunt. We want Glaze out, we want Glaze out, we want Glaze out. 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 John Glazer's gonna die. How we kill him, I don't know. All I know is Glazer's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Joe Glazer's gonna die. How we kill him, I don't know. Put him up for election, so all I know is Glazer's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Joe Glazer's gonna die. How we kill him, I don't know. Put him up for election, so all I know is Glazer's gonna die. Sell United the fuck off home. 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 Sell United. Love United and hate Glazers. 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 Just like the Glazers, Jim Ratcliffe's a cunt. Jim Ratcliffe's a cunt. Jim Ratcliffe's a cunt. Just like the Glazers, Jim Ratcliffe's a cunt. Joe Glazer, we want Glaze out, so we want Glaze out. We want Glaze out, so we want Glaze out. We want Glaze out, so we want Glaze out. We want Glaze out, so we want Glaze out. We want Glaze out, so we want Glaze out. We want Glaze out, so we want Glaze out. We want Glaze out, so we want Glaze out. We want Glaze out, so we want Glaze out. 66 fucking pounds for a fucking tile. Fuck you. Fuck you, Ratcliffe. Joe Glazer's gonna die. How we kill him, I don't know. Cross him up from Exeter, so all I know is Glazer's gonna die. He's gonna die. Gonna die. Joe Glazer's gonna die. How we kill him, I don't know. Cross him up from Exeter, so all I know is Glazer's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Joe Glazer's gonna die. How we kill him, I don't know. Cross him up from Exeter, so all I know is Glazer's gonna die. Guys, just move back so we can get the picture.
Well, just explain then. Yeah, you're not happy with these ticket price rises?
Not at all, no. Since '63 I've been coming here. Not every game, but quite a lot of games, and this has put the nail in the coffin for me. At 69 years of age, removing the concessions for our age group is not a great idea. We're all being corporatised. The tourists, they want the tourists, they don't want the regular guys who've lived and worked in Manchester all their lives.
And you say this is going to be your last game?
My last game. I've told my mates I'm finishing with it. I'm going to watch it either on TV or on a tablet. But obviously I'll take interest in the club, but I'm not going to come no more. I think enough's enough. They made such a big mistake with the Ten Hag scenario. I could see a year ago that he wasn't right for United, and they give him a new contract. Then they paid him off, okay, a fortune, and we're having to cough this up. We're having to pay. How on earth are they going to fill a 100,000-seater stadium? Well, they're going to fill it with the tourists and the corporate people. It's obvious.
It's all my fault, so charge me more.
Right, well, first of all, we can see the banner up there, we can see what you've made. What do you make of this?
Well, at the end of the day, he's been a lifelong Manchester United supporter, and without question, overnight to increase the price of his ticket and offer no concession to him is absolutely appalling. For me to bring him to a match now, the price is just absolutely out of our range, so from now on, he's not going to be able to go to matches. So we've paid for a membership for him in good faith at the beginning of the season to be able to attend matches, and now halfway through the season he's no longer going to be able to go, so I think it's absolutely appalling.
William, how do you feel about not being able to come to games now?
I think it's just not fair because all the people who actually want to go to the matches now can't because of the prices. No one can afford them, so then no one's going to be going to the matches.
I was going to say, what do you think the knock-on effect of this is going to be? Just young fans, parents, they're just going to be priced out of this?
Well, yeah, if you just look at him, for example, what's his choice? He's not done anything wrong. Years of mismanagement on and off the pitch, lacklustre performances, and he's got to pay the price. So I think the banner says it all, really.
Well, how are you feeling about this price rise?
Disappointed, dismayed and angry. I'm the chair of the local supporters branch who try and bring young kids from around the area to come to Old Trafford who've never been to Old Trafford before, and the club have just pulled the rug from under our feet. There's no way that young people in this area, which is a really deprived area of North Trafford, are going to be able to come, so it just takes the club further and further away from the bedrock of the local support that has been the foundation of this club's fan base for generations.
What's your message then to Jim, to the powers that be here?
Stop what you're doing, listen to fans. We're the people that have been here for 100 plus years, and we're going to be here for 100 plus years afterwards. Don't price us out. You need us more than we need you. We'll still be here whatever happens, but you're not going to be able to continue with any of this, vanity project that they're calling new stadiums and all the rest of it without the support of local fans.
This is going to severely hamper what you can do then, like you say, so you're just not going to be able to bring kids from around here to the stadium?
We'll always find a way to make sure that young people are supporting the club, whether that's going to women's games, whether it's going to youth games. As I said, we've been here before Jim Ratcliffe and we'll be here after Jim Ratcliffe has gone. But it just makes things so much more difficult. Young people in the area want to see first team football. They've got this massive sports stadium on their doorstep that they're completely excluded from. It's not fair on local kids in the area. It's not fair on older fans who've been the bedrock again of the club support since the Munich era. The people that are now getting pushed, the over 65 under-25s that are getting the price increases are people that were born just after Munich and were supporting the club around the time of Munich. And it's just an absolute disgrace that those fans that have been loyal to the club for 60 years are being treated like this in their old age.
Just give me a name check, name and position. Then you mentioned about the local.
Yeah. Local supporters, Carly Ly's Local Supporters Club.
Steve Crompton from the 1958.
What are we doing here today then?
We are protesting. It's the FSA's Stop Exploiting Loyalty protest, which is against ticket prices skyrocketing, and obviously the news last week or this week of Sir Jim and Ineos deciding to just put tickets up to 66 quid now leaves a bitter taste in everybody's mouth here, certainly here.
How are the fans feeling?
Angry. Certainly I am. It's it just feels like a kick in the teeth. And the irony is, you can actually go on United's website now and buy tickets for today. The game's not even sold out. So I've spoken to official supporters clubs that are in fear that they're going to end up closing down, because obviously they arrange transport, and if you've got a half full coach because people can't afford to pay for the tickets, then they'll cease to exist. The knock-on effect for your match-going fan is shocking, absolutely shocking.
Just tell us about that. What could the knock-on effect be?
That people can't afford to come. 66 quid for a kid to come and watch United play it's preposterous, and it's the same for the older age category as well. It's just not. It's not right ethically. It's just not right. And to do it, I think the way it's been done as well, where no consultation with the supporters trust, the fan advisory board, just come out and done it, and there you go, wallop. And it stinks the way it's been done. But I think the principle of it all, it's just halfway through a season, it's just, and it feels like it's kind of is this then going to be season tickets next year? So, that we'll have to wait and see for. But, as fans, it's, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. As loyal supporters, we're here week in, week out, through thick and thin, the good times and the bad times. And, just to get slapped with this now, and for such a minimal amount of, they're saying that they're sailing close with the PSR and, the financial regulations, yet you're looking at 20-30 grand potential uplift on a match day. It's nothing.
So what's your message to the club and to clubs all around the country as well? As it listen to the fans, respect and respect the fans.
Yes, respect your match going fans. I mean, we've had dialogue with the club directly, with Colette Roach and Nick McGrath, and also at the Regen meeting, where they were talking about rebuilding and everything. The narrative was, this is not going to cost the fan base. We're not going to be doing this. We are focused on the loyalty of our match-going fans. And then 2 weeks later, bosh, this comes out, and it's like, wow, okay. Just all feels, we've suffered 20 years of deceit from the Glazers, and this new regime, yes, they're not fully, they don't own the club fully. But, it's once bitten, twice shy, and you just think you're doing yourself no favours here, none at all.
I'm Dave Kelly, and I'm the chairman of the Everton Fan Advisory Board.
Well, Dave, tell us what you're doing here then as well from an Everton point of view.
Well, I think a lot of people are interested, and you've got the unusual set of circumstances where Everton, Liverpool, Man City and Man United supporters are protesting today. Standing shoulder to shoulder, probably two of the most competitive cities in the country, with four of the most competitive teams. I'm here clearly for one reason at all. Certainly until this game kicks off, it doesn't matter what colour the shirt your team wears, and it doesn't matter about the badge upon the chest. We're here today as an act of solidarity with Man United supporters, just like we have been with West Ham supporters and Tottenham supporters, Fulham supporters and Southampton supporters, and we'll be doing so for the whole of the season. We're showing an act of solidarity. I want to stand here today with Man United supporters, because if Man United get away with what they're doing here, why wouldn't Everton want to do it, or Liverpool want to do it, and all the other clubs want to do it? It's somewhat ironic within 2 weeks of the Premier League announcing a £12.7 billion broadcasting deal with the broadcasters. The clubs now think it's fair game to actually start charging fans more and ending concessions. Well, I believe fans coming together, putting tribal differences to one side and putting a marker down saying enough is enough, we're not prepared to accept this, we're going to take it on, and it's a campaign that we've got to win, and we'll only win that campaign by doing it collectively. One individual club isn't going to win it, we'll all win it by all sticking together.
Yeah, because you were just explaining that you have good dialogue with Everton. You're not particularly kind of upset about the ticketing prices there. This is more a wider issue within football.
Well, absolutely, and I think Everton have just announced their ticket price and structures for next season when we move into a new stadium. And I'd urge Man United, why don't you try and be a little bit more like Everton? Why don't you listen to fans? Why don't you listen to the hopes, the dreams and the aspirations? Because that isn't just about what happens on the pitch, it's what happens off the pitch. We're actually in a cost of living crisis. Everyone's finding it really difficult. So to think fans are fair game to charge more for tickets, they've read the room wrong, or in this instance, they're going to read the stadium wrong. And I would urge Man United to be a little bit more like Everton. Let's liaise with fans and let's set football at levels where it's affordable for future generations of supporters to come to games.